Minecraft. It's finished. Indeed, the first ever Minecraft scavenger hunt is finished. If you didn't already see the previous episode of Exploration and Tactics, you may want to go check it out to see if you can try to play for yourself. It's called Invisible Scavenger Hunt, and in that episode, indeed, there was a hidden scavenger hunt for you guys, and a number of people at least saw the beginning of it. But in any case, in this episode, I'm going to reveal the solution and walk you through it, and so if you want to have a chance to try to play for yourself, go back and watch the previous episode before you watch this one. But let's go ahead and get started. So in the previous episode, I left a hint, a little clue that a lot of you saw, and so here's a clip from that episode. Alright, the sun is about to set, and so I think the best place to go to fight skeletons will be over in the desert over here. Did you see it? We can always go back and rewind that little clip and perhaps pause it when we're looking at where pause would normally be on the Minecraft Words with Friends board. And there you see the Words with Friends board has been altered, and if you look up there, you can see somewhat clearly the letters 7GAWOV7 up on the Words with Friends board. So what are they doing there? What is going on there? And so a lot of people saw that and called it out, and there were comments on the video about it. But then people didn't know what to do with it. People did YouTube searches or web searches, and which were good ideas because YouTube has little short codes for each video. But yeah, this is where people kind of got stuck. And this is kind of like how puzzle hunt puzzles at Microsoft tend to work, which tend to be there's some information and then there's not always a clue or a hint or what to do next, and you just have to be clever. And so what other websites on the internet use short codes like this? Well, Brian mentions websites pretty often. He talks about being active on the subreddits of Minecraft and Mindcrack and Ultra Hardcore, but Reddit doesn't really use these codes. However, Reddit does often link to another site. Imager is a site that just hosts images, and probably, 50% of Reddit posts are just links to Imgur kind of stuff. And so, sure enough, if you put Imgur in front of those characters, it would actually take you somewhere. It would take you to this picture right here, which has some coal on it and says, good, the next part is straightforward, and then has this funny little thing that if you've never seen it before, it is a QR code, and they're reasonably popular, I think, these days, and they've been around for a long time, and there's lots of ways to decode them. Pretty much any smartphone that you have these days probably can decode it. I can just point my Windows phone and hit the Bing Vision button or whatever, and it just sees this image and says, aha, there's a URL here, and it brings you to another URL. And so if you decode that QR code and go to the URL, it is sure enough, it is another Imager image, and so it will take you to this. And so this one says, okay, using the name of the item pictured before, which was coal on the previous picture, all lowercase, as a 147 seed, go to x-172, z of 357, what unusual thing is there? Tweet the answer to the puzzle creator with the hashtag Minecraft Scavenger Hunt in the tweet. And so that's what you needed to do, and at least one person has figured it out. And so I'll go ahead and just kind of show video here of creating a new world. You can just create the world in creative in order to make it easier to travel over to those particular coordinates. But yeah, if you travel over to those coordinates, you will see that there's a desert that has a desert village and a desert pyramid, and the desert village and pyramid kind of actually intersect. One of the buildings in the village is kind of right in the corner of the pyramid, and so I thought that was pretty cool. And yes, I had to try a bunch of Minecraft items as world seeds in order to find something interesting near the origin that I could make as part of this puzzle. But coal ended up being a good seed. And yeah, so I posted this video. It's yesterday for me. It just went up about 24 hours ago, and I guess about 6 hours ago someone solved it. And so congratulations. Here is the winning tweet. This person also has a YouTube account. It's a DEIBI23. Where he has a number of videos, and a couple of them even include English commentary Minecraft videos. So if you want to go check out the video channel of someone who's doing a few Minecraft things and other video game things, as well as other stuff, and someone who's apparently cleverer than all of you, then you could go check out that channel. But congratulations for winning this first little Minecraft scavenger hunt that I set up. And so now I'll just have video here in the background of me tearing back down the words that I added to the Words with Friends board. And I created it in Creative, and so I'm just destroying it in Creative here so that we have something going in the background. Yeah, these puzzles, as I kind of mentioned before, are kind of in the general vein of puzzle hunt kind of puzzles that I might have had at Microsoft. Back when I worked over there, they had some fun puzzle events. And yeah, if you go back and you take a look at the two images, one of them has the picture of the coal and then the QR code to direct you to the other one, and it then asks you to use the coal as a seed, and you eventually have to tweet the answer to the puzzle creator. And so I had to be very careful as I created these images such that you were going to need all of the information to put together, which is something that you always have to do with good puzzles so that people can't somehow skip to the end and back solve them. Because you can just go browse random images on the Imgur site. And, you know, if someone had just stumbled onto one of these images, I needed them to not solve the puzzle before I even posted the video that had the original scavenger hunt thing. And so you needed information from all three. The last one says you have to tweet the answer to the puzzle creator, who is me, but unless you started with my video, you wouldn't know that I was the puzzle creator. And if you got to the last one, you also needed the coal from the previous picture, and so basically you had to go through all the steps in order to successfully solve the puzzle. And so, yeah, I hope that people had fun trying it out, even if it was frustrating, because it was kind of completely unhinted that you needed to use Imgur along the way. But yeah, at the same time, I knew I was going to have an audience of, you know, probably more than 1,000 people who were going to watch the video and possibly try it out. And so I had to come up with something that was reasonably difficult that not everyone was going to get, but someone would get. And sure enough, it kind of worked out. And so, for those of you who did try to work on the puzzle, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I may try to do more of these in the future. I've been thinking for a while that I wanted to have something in the background of my videos just to see if people were really paying attention. And sure enough, everyone was paying attention. Like, there were lots of comments on the video that we saw the words altered on the Words with Friends board. And so I think I'm going to try to do more of that because it's kind of fun. Although it did take me a lot of time to kind of set this up and execute the puzzle. But yeah, I guess keep watching my videos and keep an eye out for odd things in the background that may be interesting something. I don't know what else to say. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.